I have recently acquired the entire vinyl record collection of a music historian and former professional musician. The collection amounts to some 10,000 records, of which approximately 500 are LPs, and there are around 9,500 7-inch singles and EPs. If you're new to my videos, I do sell at occasional record fairs, as well as rebuilding my own collection of records. I pulled out from the boxes some of the interesting titles to have a look at. So amongst the albums, there is Strawberry Alarm Clock, Incense and Peppermints. This is from 1967. It's a UK pressing on the Pi International label. Visually, the vinyl on this one looks to be about VG only. I'm hoping once it's cleaned and play tested, it'll sound fine. For a brief review of the vinyl on these other albums, they're VG Plus to excellent. Fever Tree album from 1968, UK pressing on Uni. Idle Race album from 1969. This is Jeff Lynne's band before he went to the Move. Pink Floyd album More, again a UK first pressing. A couple looking to the left on the sleeve. The World of David Bowie. The big head image. Very clean copy of Love's album, Forever Changes. Frank Zappa Hot Rats. Nina Simone, it's on Pi Jazz from 1961. The gentleman who built up this collection was very, very keen on Buddy Holly and the Crickets. I think there is every album and single released by those artists. For instance, there is The Chirping Crickets. This is on the Coral label. This is from 1958. From the same year, Buddy Holly's first album, again UK pressing on Coral. And also in 1958, That'll Be the Day was released. This is a reissue. It's on the Ace of Hearts label. This would be from the early 60s pressing. Marquis' album. This is from 1966. There are several Booker T and the MG's albums. I didn't know what this was, so I looked it up on Discogs. The album's titled Misty. It has a pretty high median price. I was surprised. It appears to be three musicians, an instrumental. I'll give that a play. There's the original Monster Mash. It's on the London label. This is a reissue from 1973. The original came out in 1962. I suspect this was reissued because of the success of the single in the UK in 73. There are plenty of other titles in the albums that will be popular at my forthcoming record fairs. The Rolling Stones album, that's a reissue from 1974. There is another Fever Tree album. There are several Jimmy Smith albums, including Monster. There are several John D. Loudermilk albums. There are several Beatles albums. Sgt. Pepper's has flip-back sleeve. It's an early pressing, not a first pressing, but early. Likewise, Abbey Road. Those albums are all very, very clean, though. There are several Stevie Wonder albums, including Music of My Mind. It's a Dion album. It's on the London label. And so on. Just an example of the titles within the bundle of albums. Night at the Opera is very clean. This is actually a modern reissue. I say modern, 2013. It's Aubrey Small. Progressive. I think it came out in about 1971 originally. So this is by far the most recent of the records within the albums and indeed within the 7-inch singles bundle. There were quite a few soundtracks amongst the albums too, including Planet of the Apes. This is a US pressing on a gatefold sleeve. So the majority of the collection is 7-inch singles. There are several hundred US pressings, mainly 1960s titles. The gentleman collected largely by label, not necessarily by artist or genre. There is a significant number, I would say probably the best part of 2,000 on the London American label. There's a large number on the Top Rank label. There's a lot of Decca, a lot of Columbia. I'll just show some of the interesting titles that I've pulled out so far. I still have a lot of research and a lot of checking to do. There's a Screaming Lord Sutch single. This is from 1961. This is the first single Rod Stewart released in 1964. This is the second single that Elkie Brooks released, also in 1964. Now, I didn't know this, so I looked it up on Discogs. I was amazed what the median price for this is. Eye-watering. The band is the Soup Greens. It's a release from 1965. You see, it's a demo. I should mention that within these 7-inch singles, there are a large, significant number of demos or promotional releases. Several hundred is my guess. It's a Goldie single, I Do, from 1966. So this one's a demo. There's Little Richard, Get Down With It. I believe that's the song that Slade reworked for one of their early singles releases. It's original Bowie's Laughing Gnome. That's Pencil, should be able to remove that. Again, a couple more demos here for a band called Peter and the Wolves. Need to check these out. They're both from 1968. Again, we've got a promo here. This is Joni Mitchell, Night in the City on Reprise. I believe this was her first ever single release. There's an early Status Quo, or rather the Status Quo single, Ice in the Sun, also from 1968. It's a single Big Brother and the Holding Company. This is a Scandinavian pressing. It's on a paper folded sleeve. I have another demo here, The Orange Bicycle. It's from 1969. There's an Elton John single. This one's on Philips, mono. Again, 1969. And then there's another demo here, Neil Diamond, Sweet Caroline, again 1969. Then we get into the 1970s, and amongst those there are it's a Faces single, Had Me a Real Good Time. Again, that's marked as being a promo. It's a very early The Sweet single from 1970. It's a song written by Greenaway and Cook. Bubblegum Pop, as a lot of their early 7-inch singles were. Got another promo there. This is the Mothers of Invention from 1971. Grapefruit single. Again, promo, 71. Janis Joplin promo. Again, this is a promo copy stamped on the label. It's Badfinger Day After Day in a picture sleeve. There's a US pressing of Bowie's Time. Don't believe that was released as a single in the UK. It's from the Aladdin Sane album. It's another Bowie. This is a Dutch pressing. It's on the Philips label, Space Oddity. There are two Judy Sill singles. Jesus Was a Crossmaker from 71 and Enchanted Sky Machines, which has a factory sample sticker on it. Those are songs from her self-titled debut album. Another Bowie, again, this is a demo, is Changes from the Hunky Dory album. Amongst the EPs, there's a very minty copy of the Beatles' Magical Mystery Tour. And others of interest there include the Zombies, Them, and the downliner sect. So that's a 4-track EP. I pulled out the Beatles 7-inch that I found thus far. There might well be more. It's a copy of Love Me Do. It's on the Parlophone red label. The vinyl on that, in fact, quite a few of these Beatles albums is pretty scruffy. A lot of them are barely VG. So I don't think I'm going to be able to do an awful lot with these, but we'll see. We'll clean them up and we'll give them a play test. You never know. And most interesting to me is If I Fell. I've not seen that before. So I've looked that one up. It's 1964. It wasn't an official release as such in the UK, but clearly it's made in Great Britain. So it's had somebody's got their hands on it in the UK, certainly. I think it was meant for overseas markets. And there are all the other Beatles releases throughout the 1960s. Likewise, from the Decca box, I pulled out Rolling Stone singles. It's quite a few. It's a mixture there of late 60s, early 70s reissues and some originals. The vinyl on actually all of those is in excellent condition. There's certainly plenty to be working my way through here. I still have to check out quite a few sections here. The gentleman stored the records by record label. So there's an enormous bundle of Tamla Motown and Atlantic, which I haven't yet really got to, other than seeing there are certainly several Sharon Tandy, and there's a fleur-de-lis title in the Atlantic box. So slightly more recent 7-inch. Germ Pre-Adolescence, X-Ray Specs. There are quite a few Rezillos singles. This one's in a picture sleeve. I think that's their debut single. Cure, Friday I'm in Love. Bogue's Fairy Tale of New York is a promo copy. There are several XTC singles, including Making Plans for Nigel. So I have a lot of singles to work my way through. There are sections I still haven't looked at. There are quite a few single releases on the immediate label. So I'll be interested in seeing what's in those. Please give the video a thumbs up if you'd like to see more of the singles. I will perhaps do some videos of the sections that I have by record label. Thanks for watching.